Curry.
Cameron.
Allison. Maddie.
I'm Aaron Hoff, and this is my demonstrative speech on how to sharpen a mower blade. Don't you hate to mow the lawn? I know I do. And when it comes time to, I want the lawn to at least look nice. It's really annoying when you get done mowing the lawn and you see strips in your lawn or just chunks that didn't get mowed properly. Within this speech, I will be demonstrating how to properly sharpen a lawnmower blade so you may effectively mow your lawn better. This is something down the road that we all face. Mowing the lawn is something that is always a task that we have to do, and so hopefully I can supply some practical and useful tips on how to do this yourself and possibly save some money in the long run. So within this speech, I will show how to remove the mower blade, and then we will go outside and I will demonstrate how to clean it, how to do the rough grind on it, the fine grind, and then how to balance it and reapply it. So the first thing I will do for the speech is put on just some basic safety equipment. It'll be earmuffs as well as thick gloves to protect your hands from the sparks of the grinders. So the first step is to remove the mower blade. So you want to tilt the mower on its side like you see it now, and on the other side the oil cap is down. That's the way you always want it to face so it will not leak oil. And so on this, what you'll do is take the right size socket and hold your hand on it so it doesn't spin, and take the blade off. So there you have your blade off and you're ready to mow it, to sharpen it. So for the sake of saving time, I will have multiple blades that I will demonstrate that are in different stages of being sharpened. So this is an example of one that is just taken off and not cleaned off or not sharpened at all. So that's what it would look like right when you take it off the mower. So now we'll go outside and we'll continue the speech, and I will show how to sharpen it. So the next stage in sharpening your mower blade will be to clean it off. So this is a bench grinder. On each end of it, it has a, this is an abrasive wheel that will sharpen the blade, and this is just a wire brush that will rotate and then we'll clean it off. So for this first step, and I will not run this for sake of time and volume, the first step is to clean it off. So this is a mower blade that has already been cleaned, and there's not a lot of technique to it other than to just kind of grind it along the surface that you will be sharpening to clean it off so you don't have any dried grass or rust or anything that would get in the way of sharpening it. So this is what a blade would look like once it's cleaned off but not sharpened. As you can tell, it has a lot of rough edges and nicks that need to be sharpened out. So the next step will be the rough grinder. And the technique to the rough grinder is to hold the mower blade like this horizontally, and you'll just kind of move it in a horizontal motion, making sure to keep the back of the mower blade flat on the tool rest here. And you don't want to press too hard while it's going, otherwise it will burn the blade and it will put too much force on it, which will grind it down more than you want it to. So after a while of just going back and forth horizontally, the way to tell that you're done with the rough grind is to look at the edge of the blade, and it may have burn marks on it as that blue piece there, but the way to tell is if you look at it closely, you may not be able to see on the camera, is that it doesn't have any round edge on the mower blade. So then once you're done with that, you know you're ready to go to the fine grinding. So for the fine grinding, what you will do is, you can come closer, is just lay the mower blade down clamp it down so it doesn't move while you're using it. And this is just an angle grinder, and you'll turn it on and kind of hold it at a flat angle, horizontal to the blade, parallel with the blade, and that prevents the wheel from wearing out too soon, and it would also ensure a nice flat edge on the blade. So when you know you are done with the fine grinding is if you take your fingers and move them along the bottom of the blade, you'll see a feathery edge that's just a very fine piece of metal, and you'll know that that's as sharp as the blade will get, and it can't get any sharper. So once you're at that point, you can just kind of knock that off with the grinder. It's not necessary to be on the blade, and then that's as sharp as the blade will be, so it's all sharpened and ready to be balanced. So this is a blade that has been cleaned, rough grind, sharp grind, and balanced. And so I will show what to do if your blade is out of balance, unlike this one, which is. But I will demonstrate that anyways. So this is a magnet that holds the blade, and once you put it on, it may drop down like that. And once you will know that this edge is heavier than this edge. The reason you want to balance a blade is so that it doesn't get offset off heavy on a certain side while you're using the mower, which will then cause the mower to just kind of vibrate, and then will eventually knock parts loose. And so once you balance it, see that it's off balance, say to this side, you'll take it off, go back to the grinding wheel, and you'll just kind of grind it off on the edge that is not the cutting edge of the mower blade. You'll grind it off on the back side. So once you do that for a while, just take it off, and then you'll be able to just go back on and see if it's balanced or not. This one is actually balanced perfectly, so once it sits like that, you'll know that it's good to go back on the mower. So we can go back inside and reattach it. So once everything is sharpened and ready to go, you will just reapply it. And since this blade is not matching to the mower, I will reapply the one that I took off initially. And so you'll just put it back on. Thread it in and use the impact the way you did. Hold it down so it doesn't spin, and just spin it. And that's how to sharpen a mower blade. So hopefully within this week I've demonstrated how to properly sharpen it, so you can maybe take some useful tips in the future down the road. So now you are all ready and capable lawn care DIYers, and you'll be able to do this for yourself. Thanks.
How long was that?